Awesome. Let's go for it. Today is a 9 kind of day. All right, we got everything rocking. I've been out for 2 walks already today. It is a good day so far. All right, let's bring that right there. Beautiful. Okay, let's clean this up. All right, fear and greed today is at 52. Crypto 44, big move a coming, big expansion happening today. Great day, Lorenzo. China stocks starting to move. Yeah, probably in relation to tariffs, right? We shall see. It's very interesting. I don't see your chat on. I don't see it over here. Maybe it's because you joined before the chat bot joined. Maybe. It's very interesting. So thanks for that. All right, today, Tuesday, no crazy announcements. We had consumer credit was 16 billion. How is that a positive? Outstanding consumer credit that requires installment payments. Actual is greater. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm not seeing it over here. Very odd. Very odd. Let me refresh this over here. All right, interested in CRWB. You've had this trade for a long time. I know you have. All right, let's get into our limits as well for the 9th of September. All right, 648.83. Oh my goodness. 578.87. I gotta do something quick-roo. Hold on. You're with me because I have to upload something. So hold on. Let's see. Create. Upload video. I just realized I did not upload this yesterday. All right. Nope. It's in my documents. All right. Okay, sorry, bear with me. I forgot to upload something and do my work yesterday. So there we go. Day 9. All right, done. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. I just realized I was busy. Oh, my nose is tickling. Excuse me. All right, there we go. Beautiful. All set. All done. 648.83, 578, 230. There we go. Oh, it made me think about it when I did the Qs. 238.25 and 456.20. There we go. All right, we can close that now. That is all done. All right, let me post that out on Twitter. All right, pin that, post this. SPY, QQQ, IWM, and DIA. And there we go. Done. The limits are posted. All right, I already checked for the announcements. Nothing really good. Let's go to over here. Let's go to our daily point of controls for UVXY. Let's see, did they move it at all? Nope, still 1351. How about VXX? I feel like it's time to start really checking these. UVIX. All right, 1202. That is the same. How about SPXS? Should I add on some extras here? Nope. All right, here, here. Let's go back to July 1st. All right, 436. I'm not saying trade these. So if you guys are new to me, this is not about trading these. This is about being aware of just where that big money level is. 414. And you know what I didn't do on those? UVXY. Just so you know, hey, where it is in relation. If it's 11.3, when it goes above, this would change to red. That would mean the market is in correction mode. So it is typically always advancing, except for when we see that this changes and we see that they have sold. Once we get the signal across the board that, hey, this is like sure bet, they are dropping it down, that's when we know. There we go. And I will do that number stuff there. All right, so today, what do we have going on? We've got NVIDIA on the move again. They have come back down. They have hit this trend line, and they're hanging around the 50 simple. Big money is still above us at 170.77. And so are they really positioning? Feels kind of like, to me, stuff is going to happen on Thursday. That they might try to really mess with the market on Thursday. Couple reasons. We've got a lot of announcements, core CPI that's coming in. We have PPI tomorrow. But if we see that the prices go up, CWD is a meme stock for the day. Thank you. We'll check that out. CWD. I feel like somebody asked me about Oracle yesterday and I didn't do it because I just saw the note there on the side. So I'm sorry for whoever I did that to. I didn't mean to. All right, let's look at Tesla today as well. Tesla had a retracement coming back. Big money for the past 2 days is hanging around at 346.81. So I'm watching to see if that pulls back. And big money overall is 30.33.51. Let's look at BABA. Yeah, I see CWD. That's got to be a super low floaty. Swimming. Low floaty stock. 134.92 here. For La Baba. As opposed to La Boo. Have you guys seen the La Boo craze? The craziness? Thank you, Terry. I'm so sorry, Terry. I had it on my list over here and I did not. I'm sorry. I apologize. I missed it and messed up. Sorry about that. Sorry. All right. Lorenzo has been in on CRWV. W. What do you guys think about the post? Here, let's go here. Let's go here. Hold on. Let's see this post. Great day, Andy. Have you guys seen this? Have you seen this? Andy, have you seen this? I bet you have. Real Donald Trump. They're all poison. Every single one about vaccines. Have you guys seen that? Talking about it? It's quite interesting. They're afraid of the powder that they put into the vaccines. Right? Like, very toxic. Very toxic. has cumulative effects to the kidneys, respiratory. So these people are super careful about it. And it's all about the vaccines. Vaccines have toxic chemicals like mercury in them. So yeah, here, let me, I will send it right your way. Here, you know what? I'll just repost this. How about that? If you guys are following me, there you go. There's the whole video. So yeah, I saw that and it's kind of interesting. So hey, Florida's ahead of the game without mandatorying vaccines, right? Everybody's entitled to their own desires for their body. That's the way I view it. And so the fact that they have canceled them they've canceled the fact that they're mandatory seems pretty nice, right? Let's go to CWD from Fish and Deer. Yeah, this one is, look at that, 1.65 million. I'll put it on, but it's like, this is life-changing and could devastate your account. I will do it. You made the request, Fish and Deer. The low float 1421 is where the big money is at the moment. I'm going to make this a 45. You can see, boom, up there. It could easily come back down to 1857 very quickly. All right, and the daily point of control is going to be below, unless they sold, right? 291 down there. Ah, thanks, Andy. You too, you too. All right. So let's see what we have on the shorting world for today. What's dropping to the downside? Right, Momo. Interesting. I remember Momo from the days of Tim Sykes when I first started. Now it has 120 million, but that is dropping to the downside. Do, 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 do. You are too. It's quite interesting. You know, what is going to happen to all of these? I'm really curious to see what's going on with mRNA. Let's check that out. I have a feeling that mRNA is going to have a downward turn after this news. How about Johnson & Johnson? How about GlaxoSmithKline? That one's up. Quite interesting. How about, what's another, Bear? They don't have it. I'm trying to think of the Moderna, Bear. What are the other vaccine companies? How about this? We just go U.S. public vaccine companies. I have a feeling. Yeah, Great American, Great American. Could you fight that? Could you fight it as a, I guess, you know, I've been up here in Canada now for a while. So Eli Lilly, here you go. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it at the bottom of that repost. Actually, you know what? I'll just make it a post. Top U.S. public vaccine companies that could be affected by Trump's latest statement. We'll just do a couple right off the top. Wow, there's a lot. I feel like this whole sector is going to be just, ooh, Amgen, Pfizer. Yeah, why couldn't I think of Pfizer? That was the one I was thinking of. Merck, my goodness. Well, you know what? It's not just, I mean, you can see how many. There's a lot. This is 50. How many are in here overall? Vaccines, right? This is just vaccine. 51, largest 51. Top 51. Oops, I did cap locks. That was funny. All right, top 51 U.S. public vaccine companies. There we go. Well, you know, if that's their primary drug, but we see Eli Lilly is down. Yes? There we go. The top one is Eli Lilly, but it's up. How come that list? Oh, that's changed over the past 30 days, is down 2%. Let's do something fun. Let's see, here's, since earnings, there's Lilly, right? Okay, let's check out the other ones. ABBV. Do we see that big money is above any of these? Probably not. 207.92, ABT. Okay, totally got sidetracked, but relevant. 131.39. So when we start to see these go below MRK, we might start to see, oopsies, I need to pull it back one more day. Didn't change, still hanging out just at the edge right there. Amgen, ooh, Amgen. Where's their big money? Above it, 285.51. One more, we'll do Pfizer. Pfizer right here, right at the big money. So we're seeing that a lot of those are just kind of, you know, messy. Messy, messy, messy. All right, let's look at PL, pulling back on earnings. Planet Labs. Now it's kind of like, it might have been the in thing to be in pharmaceuticals. Maybe it's not so much anymore. Maybe it's really not so much a good thing. Ooh, 888. We are bearish on that one. 888. This has 221 million. 888. There we go. Sell. Do you remember that? The song? All right, let's go here. Sale. 1.44 billion. So everything is really sort of just squeezing to the upside at the moment with abnormal momentum. We saw that we really had some of the, let's go quick as well to go to the SPY holdings. So we saw NVDA had a major downward turn. We didn't have that with the SPY. Microsoft, big downward turn. Hold on, I got this over here. Let's put this here. Let's do something else and let's look at correlation. Make this a 24-hour, make this go away like that. All right, and let's look at NVIDIA. Okay, so positively or negatively correlated. Inverse, right? The biggest one pulled back, nothing really happened to the SPY. Microsoft, big pullback, nothing. Apple advanced, okay, that's good. Amazon, advancing, okay. So we've had 2 out of the 4 right there, right? But I'm trying to show you that it seems like they're moving the SPY up. Okay, Google advanced, that's a big one. Berkshire Hathaway, that pulled down. Ignore. This is the other one that advanced. I'm not going to say it because it will activate it. XOM pulled back. Okay, UNH did advance some. Breakout trend spot. Johnson & Johnson moved up. JP Morgan pulled back. Tesla advancing, but also sideways a bit. Visa pulling back. Procter & Gamble. All right. So we've seen that we've had some of the bigger names pulling back, but you haven't seen that it's really affected the SPY. When the big, like the top 5, 50% pulled back. Kind of makes me wonder if they're 100% manipulating over here. But, I mean, I really think they are. But trying to show you guys that they are doing that. Dust is pulling back. Gold is off to the races. Silver is off to the races. Just like, these are just some fabulous moves, right? Okay, let's bring this back, make that the same, make this a 5 minute, put this back like this, and this, and this. Okay, there we go. So gold has advanced, silver advanced, but sort of sideways up here. We're sort of topping out a little bit. The dollar has dropped. Usually when the dollar moves up, the commodities will pull back. What's interesting is OPEC said they would increase their supply and the price of oil went up. That's usually an inverse relationship. If you have a shortage, then the price would drive up. But when you have an increase, supply and demand, that doesn't make sense. Does it? I don't think so. EWJ, Japan. Japan is having pullback off of the issuance of more notes. KRKR, what is KRKR? 36 KR Holdings. What is this? This is another low float crazy runner. There you go. Checking to see what else we have. CNM. I have never heard of that. Have you guys heard of CNM? Charlie November Mike. Core and Main wholesalers. Well, that had poor earnings for sure. That is an earnings drop-a-roo. All right, we'll put that on. Charlie November Mike. 189 mil. Point of control, 5504. All right, let's get into it. Let me tweet out what we are going to be covering. We'll bring it on over to the crypto list and check out the notifications. If you guys like what I'm talking about today, please like, subscribe, share. Let's help more people. That's what the name of the game is. Also, yesterday, I forgot to mention with Hood that Hood really has forced buying with ETFs that are going to, ETFs and mutual funds that are going to act like the S&P 500 because Hood is being added to the S&P 500. So, ARK, Invest, Next Generation Internet ETF sold 43,728 after as Hood's stock rose after joining the S&P 500. So we do have the, here we go, Robinhood was added to the index late Friday alongside AppLovin and MCore Group effective September 22nd. So likely we're going to see that this continues to have a move up until September 22nd because all of the ETFs and all of the mutual funds that trade like the S&P 500 and include the S&P 500 stocks are now going to be buying it. So let's go one step further and go to stock analysis. Sorry, I feel like I'm adding a lot of extra today. Let me know if you guys want just a bit. So ETF screener, if we go 500, how many are there, right? 602 ETFs, S&P 500. Let's take it one step further. Copy. 147 ETFs that are going to be buying this. So 147 ETFs. Okay, maybe not all of them. This is the top 50, low volatility. But for the most part, 147 are going to be Catholic value customer ETFs. Okay. So there's 147 ETFs. So if each one is buying how many shares, plus you have individuals buying it, there's a good chance it's going to have more than just the move from yesterday. How many shares were traded yesterday? 84 million shares, right? this is likely going to continue to move up. In my opinion, this move down was 99.20. Okay, so we had 18 points. I think we're likely going to see this move up to 135, in my opinion, before September 22nd. And yes, this could totally have a retracement here for people that were liquidating, but why would you liquidate when it's being added to the S&P 500? Because that is a huge thing to have happen. My personal thoughts. All right, let's get into boom boom and good to be crazy boom boom. All right, let's copy this. Let's paste that. And today we're going over NVIDIA. We will add Oracle, Terry, Baba, CRWB, CWD, Low Float, Momo, Novo Nordisk, PL, Sale, and CNM. Ooh. All right. And let me copy this here. There we go. All right, so let's get into it. Welcome if you are brand new and you've never followed me before, welcome. I look at where the big money is hiding on the charts and how to create a day or swing trade, but this stream is primarily for day trading. I'm setting up a day trading watch list. Do the levels change of the big money throughout the day? Yes, they do. We have a 52 for fear and greed on Irene. Okay, Oracle and Irene. If you have a stock that you would like to check out, put it in the chat, just like Fish and Deer. And I'm sorry, Terry, we did that yesterday. You put it in and I forgot. I'm so sorry. So we have the big money levels. If the person in the room that has the biggest wallet is buying, then the price would go above it. If the person in the room that is selling, then it would go below. So if we are above that big money, game on, let's go long. If we are below, seatbelts, get ready for a discount, right? So Bitcoin, big money level, 117,983.90. We have not seen this flip yet. We could see that we have a new October level coming in, and that could change everything and disrupt it. I do it by the quarter. Why by the quarter? Because I decided that's how I wanted to do it. You could change it up and say, hey, you want to do it monthly? Awesome. Go ahead, do it monthly. We could go back and we could change this and say, hey, let's see where September level is. Obviously, it's probably going to be below because they've been trading below, right? So you could say, how are they going to do it? All right, our September level is down 112,572. We know that there's a bigger level up here. Now, this is where we are. So it would be between the two. That might be where it stops. I like to look at the quarterly because many money managers are looking at their money quarterly. So that's why. All right, and then for the intraday day trade, I check out to see where it is on the day trade. Again, can that change? You bet. If they decide that they are done buying, they could turn around and sell. They could be day trading these things too. However, most of the time they are swing trading. Our big money level for Ethereum is at 42.9808, has not changed. The Ethereum day trade intraday level is 43.60 and 24 cents. XRP, let's pull this down a bit. XRP, I have just recently added in XLM. So XRP 301.02, that has not changed. Our intraday level is 300.95. So that did move up, 3.0095. And we have XLM. XLM is over here. And our big money level, oh yeah, from July all the way up 0.462891. And our intraday level is 0.38. Let's go here. 0.382038. Interesting. For Doge, we have it as our big money level is at 0.22271. Our intraday level is at 0.24091. The Solana levels are at 212. Oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to blast your eardrums with the mic movement there. Sorry, 203.37. So they have moved that up a little bit. And the intraday level for today for Solana, we're going to see at 219.17. Microsoft RVT, you got it. The Microsoft cables that were cut, is that what you're asking in relation to, or just the stock chart? I mean, not much. Cables being cut, just news, right? All right, so Bitcoin potential trade levels, 113,200. That's going to give you 95. Let's go 113,400. 113,500 is going to be stronger, so it might give you 100 there, but then after that, you've got clear skies up to almost 114,160. To the downside for Bitcoin, we have 70% over here. Let's go below 300. 111,300. There we go. 111,300, 113,400. Okay, let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum, let's bring it on up here, 43.70. Or below 42.75. And 43.70. Big money is still in the middle. They are positioning on XRP. When it is red, that means big money is above it, and they have sold on the daily, so be aware of that. If we go, where's my red line? Here we go, bring this up here. I'm gonna put it 2.98 because you got a bigger gap right there. And 3.03. Positioning on XRP as well. XLM. 0.38, 0.386. Hmm. 0.3878 right there. 0.378 and 0.386. Doge. I don't want to move the trend line. There we go. All right. Oh, we got that right there. .2488 for the upper bound, 0.2488. And then for the short, moving the wrong line there, 0.23980. 0.23980. All right, Solana. Right now, Doge is the only one that has the volume below 219.80. That's not going to give us, that'll give you 50 cents. If you go up above 221, you're going to have a bigger move there. All right, you can wait or you can scalp. Up to you. This is your trade. Let's see, 211 for a short. 211 and 219.80. All right, there we go. So the only two crypto at the moment that have the big money below them are Doge and Solana. There we go. All right. So let's go over these right away. Let's go over Oracle. Whoops. Quick. So Oracle, right now as a swing trade, day trade, we are above the big money on Oracle. We have earnings coming up today after hours. Yeah, so this is a pre-earnings trade. Right now the big money is just below at 234.62. For a day trade, I'd look at 242. Let's do 242.50. Or we've got a lot of pivots, a lot of headaches along the way here. So that is not as interesting, right? I would say it's pretty tight for, so if it was a short trade, 236.50. You need to get out of the headache zone. Otherwise, it's just going to be whiplash, no fun whatsoever there. All right, let's go to Irene. Iron, let's iron this out. All right, big money is below. You can see resistance right there with the former price level at 28.80. We're hanging around. We got a doji so far. If I were to trade this to the upside, I would go above 29.50, or I would go below 28.60 over here. There we go. And let's go to Microsoft. Please do what? Fish and deer. Please do what? Talk about the stock. Sometimes I'll make a comment and then there's a delay and then you guys comment and I'm like, I have no idea to what you're saying. Please do. Okay, big money is above us on Microsoft. Mr. Gates in relation to vaccines. Yeah, let's vaccinate everybody. Let's just sort of put poison in them. That's the best way to keep population down, right? Right, big money is at 500 even. You could do 499.90, but I would do 499.88. All right, there you go, 499.88 and 501.60 for Microsoft off of the vaccines. All right, let's do NVIDIA. Let's get to the movers and the groovers. NVIDIA still, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this trend line. It's no longer active to me. We have failed that. Big money is at 170.77. Let's look at our short squeeze values. NVIDIA for today, more people were buying than shorting. Tesla, 55% potential shorty squeeze there. Baba, 65% short. CRWV, 36%. Not really a short squeeze potential there. And CWD, 57% short. So how many shares is that? It was 83,000. It's already traded that so far. Okay. So we've got over here for NVIDIA. Let's go down below 186.60 today. Oh, yeah, 186.60. Or above 169.50. $168. I'm sorry, I said 186. 168.60 and 169.50 there. Let's go to Tesla. Starting to get faster. Tesla over here. Pulled back from yesterday. We are testing around that big money level from the past 3 days. So 349 over here for potential trade to the upside or below. Let's put 346.50 right there. 346.50 and 349. Let's go to Baba. If you are brand new, welcome. If you've been here a while, welcome. Big money is at 145.50 on Baba. Let's put it up above 145.80 or below 145. $145.80. CRWB. I got an itchy nose. Fish and Deer is trying to get all the YouTube followers to go over to Twitch and follow over there so that I can grow my followers over there. 98.80 here. And 105.50. I'm sorry, 101.50. Excuse me. Misspoke. CWD. All right, let's make this 45-minute chart over here. Let's pull this back even down to a 2-minute chart. So we can see the big money for today so far is down at 14.12. So if I was trading this, I would say either this has to flip up before I would short it. I'm going to use the round number, 52 over here, and then down below 14. If I don't want to fight the big money, right? So that's why I would say below 14. So that's why it's that wild and crazy spread there. I hope that makes sense. If you guys do not understand and be NBIS, if that doesn't make sense, let me know. But you can't go against the big position right here. Right now, this is the biggest player in the room. If this flips up here to 45, game on. Short below 45. You are going to have the best trade possible to the downside. But with the biggest player in the room being down below, don't fight it. Don't fight it. In my opinion, do with it what you will. I'm not a registered financial advisor, so be aware. This is your money. This is your risk. All of that. All right. Momo. I remember Momos. Momo coming back to some old levels here with earnings. Did I not put I didn't put it on. There we go. 744 for Momo off of earnings. All right, so we have earnings 744. Let's go up above 780 here. Got to get above the 777, give you 18 cents to the upside, or 1720 to the downside. 720. I'm sorry. My numbers and what I'm saying are not matching up today, so I do apologize about that. My mouth is not working in the way that I want it to today necessarily. All right, 54.38 for Novo Nordisk. You know what? I did not cover UNH. I also want to look at UNH. We looked at UNH on the chart. We were talking about it. I don't know what. I don't know. UNH is one to watch for today for some reason too. All right, 53.83. I feel like UNH is going to be a big active one today. I don't know. Gut feeling. 53 and 53.83. Let's go to PL. PL's acting like a little low floaty. Did you mention it, Terry? Or am I like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I was talking about it. Honestly. I don't know. I got up early. I went for 2 walks today. Maybe I dreamt about it. Maybe I saw something about it. All right, 833 and 860 for PL. Let's go to sale. Sale. Doge is trending. Okay. It's so funny to me. Everybody's like, yeah, Musk is going to move to Canada. I'm like, yeah, because he's getting kicked out of the U.S. because he doesn't agree with Trump anymore. And you Canadians are brainwashed. You're like, yeah. 128.88 and 130.20. All right, and Charlie November Mike. Earnings, ouch, earnings. They stubbed their toe and fell down. Oh, they really stubbed their toe. But look at how it stopped right at 55. Kawinky dink? I don't think so. All right, let's put up above 55.80. Get above that 33 there. Get above all these little wicks. Wiki wicks. 54.60. So if we could do 54.50 there. All right, 54.50 and 55.80. Let's do UNH quick. All right, UNH. We are hitting the 100 simple right now. This could prove to be a point of resistance, but we do have this big gap fill zone. Could move 40 bucks. Could have a 40 buck move to it. Maybe not today. Feels like it wants to go up here, pull back, and then boom. So careful. If I was to get in long today, I would personally wait for the pullback before jumping in on this squeeze, because this is in squeeze mode. So I would wait out. I would watch out for that. 331.80 and 335. All right, let's go to the Dow. Dow, we have not had any move in the... Oh, actually, correction. Here we go. July 1st. Yeah? July 1st. Oh, no, that's not July 1st. Where's that one? That is our April 1st. It is up at 448.63. Okay, I changed that yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's put this up above 457 or below 456.20. Let's do the Russell. Nothing else has really changed in the past couple of days. Got it. So for the potential day trade over here, big money's up above. Let's see. Let's put up above. Ooh. $238.50 or below. Let's give it space. 237.60. Let's let it prove that they really want to sell it. Let's go the Qs. All right, Qs 580 or below 579. All right, and the SPY. All right. 649.80. Coming down, testing the top of the arch right there. 648. 648 and 649.80. Sometimes a rounded top is very difficult to trade, and it seems like at that spike there we had the highest volume. So we shall see what Thursday brings. Is Thursday going to be that top out? You know, from looking at it right here, if I go to this area right here, that is the 644.26 is the biggest volume. So 644.25. We'll move it up one more. There you go. 644.26, the level that I would watch from this top out sort of stall movement. Hold on. How did I move? There we go. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you all have an amazing trading day. Carpe profits, seize those profits one trade at a time. Don't just have a good day, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, 8:15. Bye for now.